Hi, families. I'm so glad to be with you today. I miss seeing you. I want to talk a little bit today with you about the word stress. Stress is something that we're all feeling at really high levels right now for a variety of reasons. Of course, one is COVID. We are feeling the stress of 6 months into this pandemic. We're feeling the stress of job security, of income and finances. We're feeling the stress of housing, of families living closely together. We're feeling the stress of health and school if we have older kids. Lots of areas of stress right now. And they're showing themselves, these areas of stress, in not so pretty ways. And usually that's how stress shows itself. And we might be losing patience with those we care about the most. We might be yelling. We might be more irritable, super frustrated. We might be turning more towards drugs or alcohol. And we know that we don't want to do that for ourselves or our families. Our health may be declining and not nearly as good. We may be losing sleep. So, all these areas of stress showing themselves in ways that are not healthy or good for us need to be managed. We need to look at ways that we can reduce that stress, that we can manage that stress. Because, as you know, the more stressed out we are as parents, the more stressed out our kids are. And then we see things like yelling in our kids, from our kids, our behavior, lots of behavior issues, acting out. We may see our kids withdrawing, really kind of being the opposite, and expressing their stress and their frustration in a variety of ways as well. And largely that is dependent upon how we are handling our own stress. So if we want our kids to experience less stress, we need to look at ourselves and reduce our own stress. So we've talked before about our brains and how we want our kids to have this kind of a brain that's creative and colorful and happy and connected and healthy. This is a brain that has not been connected. It hasn't been very healthy. It has been around a lot of stress, experienced a lot of stress in its environment, and this has not. So let's talk about how we can strive for these kinds of brains in our kiddos by reducing stress within ourselves. We're going to talk about 3 different areas. We're going to talk about strengths, support, and self-care. First of all, strengths. I know each one of you. I visited with each one of you, and I know that every one of you that I am talking with today has a lot of strength. And so I would encourage you to think of 3 or 4 or 5 strengths that you have that you could use to help reduce that stress within yourself. So maybe you have a sense of humor. Maybe you are organized. Maybe you're extra patient. Maybe you remember what's really important to you. Maybe you have a really positive outlook. Use all of those strengths that you have that are special to you to help reduce that stress within yourself and for others. All right, second, support. I want you to think about family and friends, community resources. Who is there for you? Who can you call or reach out to or connect with who can help reduce your stress, even by listening or just being with you, or maybe sharing a laugh or a cry, just being together and supporting each other. That can really help reduce stress in you, and again, then in your kids and those around you. Then we'd want to take a look at self-care. And often this is what comes last. You might even be laughing at me right now, like self-care, it is time for that. It's so important. Got to try and put it higher on that priority list, even for a few minutes a day. So what might that look like for you? That could look like simply closing your eyes when the kids are napping or something, and taking a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. doing that for just a few minutes, helping yourself relax. You might do some stretching. You might go on a little walk or to a park and be outside. Notice the trees, notice the leaves, notice what's around you, and take in that fresh air. You might spend some time in a hobby, even again, 5 or 10 minutes, spending some time doing something you love and enjoy. You might want to listen to music. What music do you enjoy that can help reduce your stress? Maybe reading is something that you're interested in. Read a few pages, a chapter. Do something that helps manage that stress and reduce it within yourself again, so that you feel better, you feel healthier, you feel happier, and so do your kids. This week, I encourage you to choose one area of stress to reduce. I want you to choose one area, one idea that you can use to reduce that stress. So you might be feeling stressed about your job, and that might be showing itself in maybe yelling at your kids or some people around you. So what's one thing you could do to help reduce that stress so that you can reduce that stress for your kids and help those brains be super healthy and less stressed? Think about how that might be for you and choose to do that this week. I wish you peace. I wish you calm. I wish you health and happiness, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.